hello. I didn't see you there. I was busy looking on my phone for all the information because my internet sucks. And that's just a little bit about me.
We were
Hi,
having some technical
everyone.
difficulties. We're back.
There's a tornado in Chicago. Let's be clear.
Yeah, and it's hanging out in the room with me, okay? Is there a
cowering in the
tornado in
corner.
the room right now? Hi, welcome back to Monsterhearts. We were here 2 weeks ago, and that now we're back. And so you're so lucky to be here with us.
That works.
This is gonna get great. This is gonna be silly. We have 2 more episodes. We have this episode and we have our last episode of Sophomore Year. So thank you for being here and being feral with us. In addition to doing Monsterhearts, we CharmedPersons do a bunch of different things, even though we've been kind of a little sporadic lately. But next week we do have a nice full week of streams for you. We are back on Sunday with our campaign 3. Finally, I've missed you all. So that'll be at our usual time of 12 p.m. on Sunday, Central Time. I know y'all have missed Eric and Matt's talk show, so there will be another episode on Monday at 7:30. Come see what in the actual fuck they're up to. Matt, do we have a title?
No title, but very special guest, someone who has not been on in a very long time.
Oh.
And 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary. Okay, well,
what number is this
fun.
one? How close am I to my next appearance?
27.
Okay, so about 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
And then this time next Thursday, catch The Curse of Strahd?
Curse of
Yes?
Strahd.
Okay. For some reason, I had a dream that it got canceled, and I didn't know if that was a dream or
We are
not.
at Castle Ravenloft.
At Castle
Strahd's been
Ravenloft,
canceled.
No spoilers. Strahd's been canceled.
Strahd the
but
character.
Strahd has
Yes.
not been canceled. So come check that out. That's next week. Follow us on all of our
A cast
social
canceled?
medias. Oh god. And then we have a Discord. So if you want to chat with these lovely faces and be feral with us, join our Discord in the link to the side. I think that's it for announcements. So let's get into tonight's episode of Monsterhearts. But as a reminder, make each main character's life not boring. Keep the story feral, easy. Say what the rules demand, and say what honesty demands. You all wake up from a chaotic but unsurprising night in Forks, Washington. Surprising in the way that you realized that Twilight is real. And there are vampires and werewolves in Forks, Washington. You met some of them. And they gave you some ominous warnings and some...
and accused me of appropriation.
Accused you of appropriation. And offered some salacious acts in some ways. And after kind of a weird evening, you make your way back to your bed and breakfast. Crawl into your shared bedding situations and fall asleep for the evening. When you wake up, you have to make your way back to the lovely town of Angelwood in the city of Canes, Oregon. About a 7 or 8 hour drive. Is there anything that anyone needs to do in Forks, Washington before you hop in the car and drive away? Ronni is here. Ronnie's not here. But Ronni is still, she is not missing from your group.
I think I make everybody take like copious amounts of selfies at the various locations that we go to. And then also send some of those to my family, but also my girlfriend.
Family and girlfriend, who, if as a reminder, was a little bit distant over the course of your spring break, citing that she's been busy with finals. and kind of the end of her freshman year of college, which we all as adult players know is a very stressful time, but is hard to navigate when you aren't in the thick of it. So you haven't really heard from her in the last week, and she did reach out to you and apologize last night, but you left her on red. So she does receive those selfies from you. And I think Tori would be really, it's the weekend, so she's a little more free. She texts you back nearly immediately and says, "Ugh, I'm so jealous. I wish that I could be there. I miss you."
Yeah, I'm like responding and sending pictures. We are not addressing the clear and obvious problem. We're ignoring that. We're not acknowledging. Just
delicious.
I think that Steve has been relatively quiet on this journey home. So that's pretty much it for me.
We don't have to role play this, but I think I would try to get coffee with those two werewolves, which they offered in the morning. They were like, we could meet up again, and if there's anything specific that they would tell me or a reason they want to talk to me again, I would be interested.
Yeah, you meet up with them, I would say, like, I would even say, like, since you guys are all kind of together, and it would be like, and tell me how you feel about this. It would be weird to peel off, and everybody would be like very curious about it. I would say that you could get up like before everybody else and make your way to the coffee shop that they told you and like chat with them for like a half hour or so before and still make it back in time.
A little secret.
Yeah, and they would tell you, you would get from them that they kind of mentioned it, but they would really go in on if your way of werewolfdom is kind of something that's been forced upon you, the way to end that is to end the entity that cursed you and to bring an end to them. So they would kind of like tell you some like anecdotes that they've heard of like curses, not necessarily specifically werewolf, but just like they're more this is so stupid and I hate that I know Twilight, but they're more shapeshifters. It's like werewolf is a curse. Like what you are is an abomination, quote unquote, in the like sanctity of like what a shapeshifter is. You were not born with it. You were not, it's not passed down in your generation. So if you want to end it, that's how you would end it. And I think that maybe Alaska goes with you too, we'll say, just to like give you a cover. And she kind of would elbow you and be like, it's obviously Mother who we need to kill.
I think I would like, I don't know if they would know this, but as much as possible be like, what does the curse mean? Like, this is who I am. Like, is it gonna change who I am?
You would get, they would basically say, if you end the curse, you end what comes with the curse, and you would just be like a normal person. Because there's no way for you to, have what they have. It's not genetic.
That is a lot for Onyx to think about.
You and Alaska can make your way back. They were excited to see you. Ultimately, the werewolves, they were excited to know what's out there, and they would like hug you and be like, "Hey, if you want, we can exchange numbers. If you need anything, let us know. Like, we're pretty proud of who we are, and we want to keep people safe."
Yeah. I gotta exchange numbers and just like, yeah, be very thoughtful about what that sacrifice might mean for me.
You do notice that Jack gives his number to Alaska a little more intentionally than he does for you. And Alaska is oblivious and just takes it and is like, "Cool, thanks, yeah," and moves
That's
on.
so funny. That is literally my relationship as an adolescent with my older sister.
Really?
All whatever. It's just
That's
I
so
was
funny.
not interested, but a bunch of boys would befriend me in order to get to my older sister.
Oh
All the
wow.
time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, hot
Anyway,
tea, hot
that's funny.
goss.
I'm like, sure, Alaska.
Sure, yeah. So yeah, you guys make your way back and easy like phase back into the group dynamic. Anybody else?
I'm just kind of randomly whistling to myself. No particular tune.
I think, would anyone ask Vernon about it?
I've tried so many times at this point, and I got no answers, so no. I think I just would ignore it.
Heard.
I think I have two in my own head.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah, I would say like you guys spend a little bit of the morning like kind of driving around Forks, seeing like you went to First Beach last night. You drive through kind of the rainforest parts of it. And then, kind of take the long way around, see the scenic route, and then start to dip back down towards Canes. You make your drive. It's a little less chaotic than it was on the way up. All of you kind of have a lot to think about. And you drive into what you start to recognize as the city limits. You drive past the exit that you took to get to Onyx's old parents' apartment, and you find the buildings, the taller buildings, kind of giving away to smaller residential apartment buildings. You start to see green a little bit overtake as you come to the end of the line and drive into Angelwood, the place that you have all called home for all of this year, and some of you most of your lives. And it kind of hits you that this is, the end of sophomore year, towards the end of sophomore year, and you all have developed this kind of deep friendship, a little bit deeper than some of you ever thought possible. Steve, you think of how you and Vernon began, and Vernon, for you, you never meant to get this close to anybody, so you've had crushes and tears and fears and dances and late nights and falling outs and easing back ins and friends and family. And Steve, you were closer with your mom, but your dad and you have kind of developed a subtle language around each other, a subtle understanding. And you do know that he cares for you in his own special way. Vernon, you've felt stable and as close to human as you possibly could for the first time since maybe you turned all those years ago. Josie, you felt your own voice maybe in your head, pushing you to be a little more confident, a little more secure. And Onyx, you may not feel closer to finding out how to fix your family, but as you all pile out of the car, Alaska probably like razzing on Steve or something. You've built your own little family, and you all get dropped off at your respective locations, your homes that you share with people who may or may not understand you. And you go to bed the night before you go back to the final push of your sophomore year. And weeks pass. Ronni goes back to LA, but she texts you, Steve, and she texts you in the group chat. She has all your numbers now, and she's a present but distant part of your dynamic. Vernon and Josie and Steve, you all make your way to after-school Grease rehearsals, building upon, learning lines, memorizing, flirting in some cases, spending late nights learning lines. And now you pile, weeks later, back into the auditorium. It is the evening of the opening night of Grease. And Onyx, you don't really know what's been going on behind the scenes, but you've heard the excitement and the enthusiasm, and you are excited, perhaps nervous, perhaps, to see what is going to become of them.
I think I've brought my little siblings.
Oh,
Alaska and I've brought the
yeah,
Sibs.
you all would pile in. So yeah, we'll say it is the evening of the opening night of Grease. Steve and Vernon and Josie, you all find yourselves in the back stage area in the kind of green room. We'll say that as all things go in high school, there is a girls' dressing room and a boys' dressing room that is on either side of this like common space area. And you, whoop. Sorry, my cat is coming in. He wants to see the show.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. What do you find yourselves doing? You got about maybe 30 minutes before curtain. You're in costume. The whole cast is around you, including Daniela, Vernon, who you have. It's up to you to decide if you've been, carrying on with your arrangements. And Seth,
Your arrangement
as well, who has been still very cold to you, but like slightly warming up.
I think that Steve really would have embraced Eugene by this point, and is just like, you know what, fine, if I'm gonna be Eugene, I'm gonna be fucking funny Eugene, and is like, just gotten into it, and so I think he's probably just in the common area, just kind of like warming up, and like doing vocal warm-ups and like stretching, and he feels like, he's got that opening night energy, and I think he would try to find Josie specifically, when she came out of the dressing room. Sophie, what does Josie's Rizzo costume look like?
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Oh yeah, Frenchie, sorry.
Yeah, so I have to like cover up my blue hair with a wig, of course.
But with pink hair,
curls.
right? Isn't that?
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah. In the dream sequence for sure, she's got the pink wig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe Frenchie can start. Like, I feel like there could have been like some conversation where like Frenchie started with the blue hair, and they like tried to like do it in like a beehive, and then it was just too unruly, so they had to get a pink wig. So you have like little tufts of blue, like bubble. It's like double bubble.
I like have been doing the rehearsal out of costume, and like now I'm like as we got into tech and costume started like come out, I was like, oh, this is a very girly girl.
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Josie, how are you feeling?
I was like good with the costume, but now I realize like a lot of people are about to see me in the costume.
Yeah.
I don't wear pearls. What am I doing?
Yeah, the heels too. You're taller than me.
Oh shit, actually no, this kicks ass.
Hey, I'm like, okay, I might just be like riding the high of opening night, but I'm feeling really good, and I think tonight's the night, Josie.
Tonight's the night of what?
I'm gonna tell Onyx.
Break a leg? Is that what we say?
Yeah, I guess that applies. It's a double untended. So do you think that's like a good idea, or? Oof.
I mean, here's the thing. Like,
oof.
It's clear you two like are close, and like I'm, like honestly, like I'm so excited for you, and like, what's the worst that could happen?
She completely freaks out, and I lose her as a friend, and
then like like the friend group kind of like falls apart. And
and everybody would choose her because she's really great, and I would lose everyone I love and care about. That's about the worst.
15 minutes to places. You hear like
thank you, Beth.
The stage manager comes like around. And you see her like with her clipboard. She's all in blacks. Her blonde hair is like so bright against like what she's dressed as. And it's
so
just
funny
like
to me that when she wears a
flash.
headset, there's no one she's talking to.
She hears that and she looks at you. I am talking to the booth, okay? You know this, Steve.
Yep. Apologies.
And she like goes into the dressing rooms and says 15 to places.
Gather around, everyone. Gather around.
Eugene.
Steve, Josie, everyone gather around. This is the opening.
Oh, Cora is there too.
Of course.
She's got her Rizzo wig on. Classic, looks just like Stalker Channing. She really went for it.
Everybody, nice. Jasper wants to. Vernon wants to say something to everyone.
Everyone, we're on the eve of opening nights. What a journey this is.
Seth kind of pushes you out of the way, Vernon. I'm so sorry. The seniors are supposed to make the speech for the opening night. It's our last time. And we usually don't do that till 10 minutes to places. So
well, I don't see why we can't just do both. He's the lead, Seth. So why can't you both just give a speech?
And he's way older than you, so.
Oh, roll to shut him down.
Roll to shut him down.
I got my boys back.
And he's way older than you is so good.
And he's way older than you. Seth
no one
kind
messes
of like,
with Vernon other than me, bro.
Seth kind of like looks at you when you say that.
Oh, partial succeed, and I don't have.
Partial succeed.
Yeah, I don't have anything on Seth.
You have any forwards?
And I don't have any forwards.
Okay, so partial succeed.
But the low
on a 10 and up to on 7, choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return. So
scary.
Do you want Seth to lose a string on you, which I don't think he has, or he might have gained one through this process, so we could say that he would lose his string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain one on them. They gain a condition, or you take one forward.
You know what? If this bitch is gonna give me a condition, I'm gonna give him a condition.
Okay, what's What's Seth's condition from you?
Seth's condition is bitter.
Seth is bitter.
Seth comes across as Petty.
Okay. You, to the people who like Vernon,
Yeah,
that is the case.
of course.
But you are a sophomore backing up another sophomore, and
Yup.
the
Something Zach would never do.
yeah, and the tradition of the senior speech we know is sacred.
Oh, of course.
And so a lot of people will be like, yeah, I guess we could do both, but then all of the seniors, including Daniela, is like,
Betrayal.
no, it like, Vernon, it really is important. Like, it really is. And Seth is like, thank you. Yeah. And so there's like kind of this divide, and that's how it comes across a little bit poorly. Is like, suddenly there was no divide in the cast, and now there is a little bit of a divide.
Steve, thank you. I appreciate that, but I am so sorry. I didn't realize. Please, I step back.
Everyone, let's give the seniors their space.
And you, Daniela kind of looks at you, Vernon, and just mouths, thank you.
I nod.
And Seth, she like kind of like pats Seth and like walks him away. All right, we'll give a speech 10 minutes to places, everybody. Senior speech at 10 minutes.
Okay, so meet back here in about 30 seconds.
Do you have a problem with me, man?
Oh, you heard that.
Yeah, I fucking heard that. You said it out loud, dude. Listen, just because your friend and Cora is like, Seth,
I'm sorry. Okay?
No, this fool has been like disrespectful this whole process.
I have not
and it's
been
like bad enough that
disrespectful
I
this
am a
whole
senior and I
process.
missed out on my senior experience because, no offense, a sophomore.
Okay, get good, bro.
Hey, Seth.
I am good. Fuck you, man.
Fuck you,
he
man.
kind of pushes
This
you
is a
little
really
bit.
inspiring.
I'm gonna lash
speech.
out physically.
Okay.
God damn.
We got 10 minutes. This is not how we're gonna.
He's going to also lash out.
Of course, yeah. I have a
I've
negative one
I've
to
never
this.
seen Steve this way.
He just.
Oh, with a -1, I gotta succeed.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have anything because he's just a little guy. But let's see if he can get something. No, he certainly does not.
Okay.
So he kind of like squares up with you, and you just shove him back, and it like shocks him. He kind of goes plowing into like some folded up chairs, and they kind of crash around, so it's like
Oh, God,
louder,
it's such a
but it gives the
scene.
illusion.
Yeah.
It makes a scene. And he's going to take a harm. He like twists his ankle a little bit on one of the things, and everything goes silent. And Daniela looks at you, Vernon, and looks at you, Steve. Are you guys serious right now?
I mean, he pushed me first. Everybody saw that, right? I mean, he pushed
Yeah,
me
but
first.
you're bigger than him. I'm sorry. And she like turns to like usher Seth away, and Seth is like red with embarrassment. Cora looks at you, Vernon, and it like you can tell she's holding in laughter.
I go over to Steve. Steve, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate you backing me up like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You've been nothing but just like respectful and good as Danny this whole time, and like, I don't know. You're my friend. Whatever.
Like clop, clop, clop. Hey, I totally had your back, but these fucking heels, guy.
I mean,
You look so
like,
good,
he pushed
Josie.
me first, right, guys? Like, it's not my fault that I pushed.
Yeah,
him.
no,
I
he
guess.
and Seth's a fucking asshole.
Right?
Okay,
He was
everybody's
being
like,
so
he's
rude.
a senior, he's a
Yeah.
senior, but like,
I mean,
he's a
yeah, what I
fucking
said was
asshole.
kind of like snippy, but he pushed.
It
me.
was.
Yeah.
It was a little bit. It was
But he didn't
snippy, but
Okay, but the suggesting both things, that's actually like that's not that bad.
No.
But then the 30 seconds things that was being.
and
that was that. It was bad.
the 30 thing, yeah, that I think is what.
I was
That was
being a bitch,
very
but-
sarcastic.
Yeah.
Well,
What were you gonna say, by the way? What was your big?
I don't know. I was gonna wing. I was just gonna be like, "Thanks for the good times, and let's go out there like greased lightning or something like that."
Fuck, listen, this is.
Well, now
this
we
is,
know the senior speech is so important.
This is on me to fix. I gotta go, and
No.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, no, I gotta.
Hey, no! Hey!
What?
No.
I gotta apologize.
I stand up tall in my heels, so I'm slightly taller.
And Steve definitely is like, oh hey, what's happening?
What character is Seth playing?
Seth, I think, ended up as the DJ.
Yeah.
What's his name? Fuck.
Duty? Not Duty, is it?
Vince Fontaine.
Oh god.
Vince Fontaine.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
And Dustin is.
Dustin's Duty.
Dustin is here too. Oh god. I don't even know my own cast list. Hang on.
How dare you not know a fictional cast list you made a month ago?
Truly. Who am I? Oh god. Oh god. Help.
Who am
This
I?
is why assistant directors are important.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah. So Dustin is Kaneki.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so you guys swept,
Right.
and then he is Vince Fontaine.
Yeah, we did sweep.
We
Fuck yeah, dude.
swept.
Fuck yeah, we did, bro.
And then shout out to my friend Ron Cap, who wanted to be Team Angel.
Good for you, Ron. He's been nothing but professional and amazing. the
And
entire process.
Bees in the chat and Meg Flood. Amazing.
Wonder be happening outside.
Okay, so yeah, and Dustin, I would say, let's just say Dustin would have been here for all of that as well, and definitely backed you up, Steve.
Okay.
And
You
is
don't think
just
I should go
kind of staying quiet.
apologize, Josie?
We have less than 10 minutes, and
Less than 10 minutes, and
it's good for your
Dude.
character that he hates you.
You're right. You're right.
use it.
You're right.
Yeah, because everyone hates you. I mean, they don't hate, but
No, I mean everybody hates you, Gene.
yeah, that's true.
Hannah comes around. 10 minutes to places. And
Where's this speech gonna happen, or what's going on there?
Oh god.
We will cut from the cast room downstairs to the auditorium as people are filling in into their seats. I don't know, Onyx, would you have ever gone to something like this, or have you ever been, do you think, to any sort of play or production?
I don't think so. No, I don't think Onyx is sitting in a theater supporting the arts, sad to say.
Yeah. Very
I think
unlike Jenn.
Yeah, to be clear, I don't agree with her. I think she wouldn't have gone to the shows last year. It just wouldn't have really crossed her radar, and she's going purely because her friends are in it.
Mm-hmm.
But she's excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I still don't know anything about Greece except the tidbits that they've all told me.
Mm-hmm.
About their scenes. I've probably practiced lines with them, and I'm like, what's going on?
Alaska is explaining to you as you guys walk into the theater or to the school, is there's some kids, and some of them do drugs, and one of them met on summer, and they maybe had sex, but it's unclear. And then she comes to us, and she's explaining the plot of the beginning of the show from what
I'd be
Seth
that
has told her.
sounds so close to our friends' real life. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Greece is so real life.
Greece is.
I can't wait.
Is this gonna be a drama?
Sounds really gritty.
Honestly, it's gonna be gritty and real.
I'm excited. Is it okay to be brought Juno and Cody? Is that too?
I don't think. I think it's gonna go over their head. She looks at Cody and is like, "Hey, do you know what drugs are?" And Cody kind of looks at her and is like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Good. Okay, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. He knows what drugs are already. He's not gonna."
Yeah, he already does. Yeah, no questions.
You guys find your seat You see, people from school coming in. There's like a couple of people from the wrestling team who maybe have like siblings or friends. You see Cora and Seth's mom and dad, who Alaska kind of waves at them. And yeah, it's just like a good energy, a good vibe. The vibe of like, you don't know, you kind of get the same feeling you get before a match where like there's an excitement in the air, an anticipation.
I'm gonna holler at them too.
You're gonna holler at them?
If they impress me.
What how close would you want to sit, do you think?
Oh, front row.
Front row.
I'm like, it's my first time. These are the best seats, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say, you walk in, you're like, well, weird. No one's sitting in the front row.
Yeah. Perfect.
So you guys all sit in the front row. Cody and Juno are like straining their neck to like see above the thing. They're really excited about the pit. They go down and they like see where the like instruments are, and they kind of watch them warm up. And people are filing in the space. Like I said, it's busy, it's exciting, and you are looking around and you see like a whole row of like where Seth and Cora's parents are. You recognize Steve's dad is in the audience. You see like across the way Josie and Josie's parents and Duffy, and they kind of give you like a little wave, and then behind them you see no, there's no way that you see a blonde woman sitting behind Eva and whatever the fuck Josie's dad's name is. What was his name? Derek? No, Derek is your dad's name.
It's been a while since we've talked.
I know.
I know him as Dad. It's
Dad.
Dan. It's Dan.
Dan. Eva and Dan, you see the face of the woman who you've been seeing in your dreams.
Oh.
And it's the face of my mom in the photograph, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would immediately like shake Alaska a little too hard and be like, Alaska.
What?
7 o'clock. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? No, direct behind us. Like, be subtle.
She looks. Is that Josie's parents?
Behind them. I would like turn with her. Look.
You don't see anybody.
What?
Alaska. What?
I think I saw. This is crazy. I think I saw Mom, but like human mom.
Okay, please don't fuck with me tonight. Like, can we just have a good time? Can we just
No, I'm not. Dad wasn't there. It was just her. I don't know. Like, I told you about the crazy dreams I've been having with her in it, right? And like, I mean,
yeah, but they're dreams. Like,
maybe I'm seeing something. There's a lot of blonde people here.
She like looks
too many blonde people here.
Tries to like see if she can see anything.
I like would look to again and be like, oh fuck, I just have never seen her face except in that one photo and when I'm like dreaming. So I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things, but it just freaked me out. To like.
Okay, well, take a deep breath. We're just watching a show. We're going to see our friends perform.
I know. I want to have a good time.
Like, pulls out her phone. She like takes a picture of like her program like on the stage, like
yeah,
as people do. And you see that she sends it to Ronni.
Still chatting with Ronni?
Yeah, I mean, she's dope as hell. And she lives in LA, so if I'm gonna go out there and, like, be at school, then...
This is the difference between you and me. I didn't want to do long distance.
I'm not... There's nothing happening. She was cool.
That's
she
fine
hung out
if
with
there
us.
is.
We did this... No,
Yeah, she's
not.
chill.
There's not.
Okay, I think, like, everyone could, like, sense the vibe, but it's fine if you're, like, just being friends.
Listen, why can't two femmes be friends without people being like, oh, you guys do that?
Alaska, shut the fuck up. Two femmes are friends all the time without people doing that. In fact, usually they don't read into it, like, to the other fault. Calm down.
Okay, but do you think that... Okay, real talk. Do you think that... You said there was a vibe?
Yeah, you know there was a vibe. You're, like, smarter about this stuff than I am.
Yeah, but I didn't want to assume because she's there and she's friends with Steve and, like...
Yeah. I mean,
I know, like, Steve...
I don't know if anything is going to happen. She lives really far away. I'm just saying, like, the vibe was there when she was here.
Alaska kind of, like, smirks and, like, sinks back in her seat. Cool, we can be done talking about it now.
Okay, but I am
pretending that you see Mom and Dad.
I'm going to say one last thing, and that's that I disagree with this age gap relationship.
Age gap relationship?
Yeah. She's a sophomore. You weirdo.
Hey, do you disagree with Josie and Tori?
No.
So then it's even less of an age gap.
Oh.
God.
Fine. You're just my sister, and it's, like, weird.
Why?
I don't know. This is, like, way too earnest for, like, being about to watch our friends do this, like, gritty, dark show. But, like, I don't know. Last time you dated someone, you're like, I don't know, you got really hurt. And, like, she's really far away, and she seems really cool. Like, she must be cool if Steve's such good friends with her. But just, like, you know, you're about to go to, I don't know, graduate and whatever. So just, like, weird to see your sister date someone, I guess. Ugh. Isn't it weird, Cody?
What? He, like, has been looking over the side of the pit orchestra and, like, just turns around and is like, what?
Never mind.
Juno kind of comes and, like, scoots into the seat next to you and puts her head, like, on your like, arm, and she goes, I don't think it's weird. I think Alaska should love who she wants to love. And Alaska goes, thank you.
I, like, roll my eyes and, like, pat her on the head, and I'm like, sure. Thanks, Juno.
And the orchestra starts to make the sounds of warming up, getting in tune. Cody comes and sits back with you. You feel the settling of the audience, but you can't help but feel the prickle on the back of your neck because you are absolutely certain that you saw what you saw.
Yeah, I think, like, the auditorium is filled up enough now that, like, there's not 4 seats together for us to, like, move. Otherwise, like, I'm kind of regretting sitting in the front row with no view of the room.
Yeah. Let's cut back to the cast green room. Things have simmered down a little bit from the incident. Seth came back around and gathered everybody up and gave a very heartfelt senior speech. Daniela teared up a little bit while she is holding onto your hand, Vernon. And at the end of his speech, Seth looks at you, Steve, and says, and perhaps the greatest honor and the hardest task for every senior that passes through this stage is to give the space for the next class, the next generation of performers. We are so happy to have and welcome all of these new faces into our program. And I think that, and he kind of like looks around, is very charismatic and has captivated kind of this audience. I think we can all agree that this has been one of the strongest casts that Angelwood High School has seen in a spring production for a long time. So let's give it up for all of our new faces who are going to carry on the great legacy of Angelwood High School's drama program. And he like starts clapping. Daniela like squeezes your hand, gives you a little kiss on the cheek, Vernon.
I put my arm around Seth and I start like swinging, summer lovin', having a blast.
And he will put on a fake falsetto and go, summer lovin', having so. And Daniela kind of elbows him and is like, don't jinx it.
That's my line.
That's my line. And I would say that like that turns into a lovely kind of camaraderie between everybody. Hannah comes back around. All right, 2 minutes to places, everybody. Let's go.
Oh, shit, okay.
Is there anything before we go on stage that anybody wants to do?
I go up to Josie. Josie, you got this. You look incredible with your pearls in your shoes. You got this.
Thanks, but you got this. How old is this? This movie's as old as you are, I think. So like, you
I'm older.
Got this.
Thank you. Steve, you're gonna be great.
Thanks, Vernon. Everyone's gonna love you.
Hey, I'm feeling this crazy feeling, like there's like butterflies in my stomach. You know what that is?
Yeah, but I mean, you're excited.
Weird.
Just use it, you know.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what I've always been told, is to use it for good, to give you energy.
I don't think I've ever felt like this before.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you do. You're gonna do great, Vernon. You've done really great in rehearsals. Better than I thought, to be honest. I never really knew if you were gonna take it seriously or not. And you did.
Yeah, well, I would have felt like a real jerk if I was the lead of a cast full of such talented individuals and I was goofing off. There's no choice for me.
What is your deal, my guy?
I don't know. Just do a little shake, walk away.
As you walk away, you go up to the side of the stage that you know to be like the entrance that you make at the beginning of your show, and you follow kind of this like dark hallway up these set of stairs, and you see Daniela in like kind of where she doesn't enter where you enter. You know she's not on the right side. And she is looking at you, and she rushes to you and just immediately, like, lips to lips, full on kisses you and like grabs you like on the back and like pulls you in and just starts macking on you.
I tried to like play it up dramatically to whoever's standing nearby in this dark.
No one's standing nearby.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this was a premeditated
cool.
alone moment that she has like curated.
I break from the kiss. Sandy!
Danny!
I like give her a little twirl.
She's laughing.
Okay, I think we're gonna kill it. I think we're just gonna nail it.
Honestly. And I have to say something. You look really hot. The little curl is doing it for me.
I've never done this look before, but it might have to be my default going forward.
Honestly, I think you could rock it.
And you in your little dress there. Ooh.
Oh, this. And she like turns around and kind of like flips up the back so you can see like her butt.
Nice.
It was the pause before you said but.
I was gonna say ass, but I was gonna say ass, but then I was like, nah.
That was amazing.
I fold my arms. Nice. Okay.
All right, you good?
I'm good.
You ready?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. It's okay to be nervous.
Yeah.
If you weren't nervous, it means you don't care.
I feel more alive in this moment than I have felt in many years.
Oh, that's the theater. That's what it does.
I should have gotten into theater way earlier.
She kisses you again.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right.
See you out there.
And by way earlier, I mean freshman year. All right. Good luck.
She exits down back where you came because she has to go onto the other side. You hear the call of places from the green room. People start filling in where you are to make your beginning entrances. Anything? Last call for anybody backstage.
If I can quickly find Cora, I will try to find Cora.
Yeah, I think you could find Cora. She's on your side to start the like beginning. So she would like kind of walk past you or walk around you.
I will go up to Cora and kind of grab her hands. Cora, you got this. I didn't know that you had this side to you, but you've been incredible. I know you're gonna kill it.
Whoa. Thanks, Vernon. Are you okay? Are you nervous?
Am I nervous? Yeah. Yeah, I am. I am nervous.
She squeezes your hand and she'll like pull you in and give you like the like cheek to cheek kiss. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna do great.
Whew, okay. Let's get out there, and I don't know any of the theater terms. That's my one thing. Go out there and
break a leg.
There
you go.
And do that thing.
Don't say GL.
Oh, yes.
Don't. Bad luck. Oh, fuck.
Oh. Yes. And there's something about Macbeth or...
Oh, God! The theater rumbles coming. She like puts her hand on your mouth.
Oh.
Don't. Seth told me that is the worst fucking thing you could do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
God.
I don't think there's actual ghosts. I think I would like know them or something. Right? I think I feel like I knew a ghost at one point. Well, I don't know. I feel like at one point I did know a ghost, and if there are ghosts here,
you've been doing this a lot longer than me, so. Yeah. The overture begins, the swell of the music, the lights go down. Onyx, you in Alaska, like hear the swell of the music from the other side. The lights go down. The beginning of the Grease overture begins. It is not dark. It is not gritty. It sounds fun as hell. And that's where we're going to pause for a little bio break to give our actors some time to perform their little hearts out. So go grab some popcorn, get a beverage, support your local concessions, and we will be right back for the second half of Monsterhearts Sophomore Year. The overture builds and the musical begins. I think based on the mechanics that I've always had with like performances, I think let's have the three of you that are in the show roll to turn this audience on.
Do I have a string on this audience?
No, but Vernon does.
Of course he does.
Because he's hot.
Because he's hot.
Hey, Steve fucking kicks the bucket.
No.
I want better for
Steve.
Steve rolls a 4.
Oh my god.
And I was just telling them before we started the stream, like based on the script of Grease, like Eugene and Mrs. Lynch like start the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to give Steve an advantage.
I would say for that, Steve, you walk to start your part of the show, and you immediately like trip over like a loose cord, and you like fall into like the stage. You don't fall all the way down,
yeah,
but you stumble, and the audience like laughs. And just so it's not like the most awful thing, your co-star who is playing the Mrs. Lynch covers for you and is like, Eugene, it's the first day of school, you need to get yourself together, and like
I think one of the
plays
T-birds tied my shoes together.
Ding, 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 and it like starts the beginning of the show. So it's a fail on your part, but it is covered, and you do, I will say, since you also failed your audition, and that's what got you here, we'll say that.
Well, like in life, it's very much like in life, it's much more of a failure to me than it is to anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. So personally, you feel like hatred towards yourself, but the audience can't really tell.
Didn't even notice. Yeah.
Vernon, you partially succeed.
Oh, I'm using that string.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
+1 to attend.
Yeah.
So your first entrance, I would say, what? 1DF.
I don't know.
Sophie
I was like,
Sophie rolled a -1, bro.
No.
On a 1DF.
I was like hoping maybe I could just like experiment with this, and I wasn't even thinking. I hit the fudge button, and I was just like, I've never once hit this, and I wonder what it does. And
that's what it does.
That's what comes up.
-1 is actually pretty good on a fudge dice.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't know what it does.
Vernon,
Sorry.
you walk on, and you, I will say, feel a little nervous. This is the first time you've done it, despite your support from Cora, despite the delightful little pep talk from Daniela. You have been feeling feelings lately, and that's weird for you. So the fact that you are feeling this kind of nervous energy, it carries with you on stage. And then the minute that you make your first entrance and you see this group of adoring people who are all there to see you, something in your vampire like reputation pulls that string and immediately fuels yourself on the adoration of these mortals. And you manage the first act gracefully, charismatically. The chemistry between you and Daniela is palpable. and the audience, you have them in the palm of your hand. Sophie, will you go ahead and roll for Josie?
I rolled my physical dice because they're new and they're really pretty.
Oh, cute.
I'm gonna post a picture of them in the Discord family. Join to see them.
Oh, join the Discord family. You know who's gonna see it is B in the chat.
B's in the chat.
B's in the chat. B. Maybe she's in the chat. I don't know.
And with my new dice, I rolled a 9.
A 9.
Oh.
Any forwards or anything? Or not forwards.
I mean,
strings or anything.
I could do some things, but I'm pretty happy with a partial success.
Okay. All right. Partial success. I will say, that you. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you do well enough, and your character is just kind of automatically endearing. Frenchie is a fan favorite. People love her track. So I will say that you get a string on the audience.
Ooh.
That you can use for later in this performance if you need. But you make your entrance, your first entrance. Your pink hair is dazzling. You feel, similarly to Vernon, you feel this energy from the audience, and stylistically, for your eyes only, you gaze into this group, this audience, and you know you've been on stage before, Sophie, I'm assuming, in some capacity of like you know when you can't see the audience but they can see you, and all you can see is kind of these like muffled faces, and as if like one of the spotlights is like leaking out into the audience, you see illuminated this hooded face watching you from the people in the audience, and you see what you feel like would be the evidence of an upturned smile in appreciation for you and your art. And you hear a voice in your head say, "You're doing fantastic, sweetie."
She just moved here from Sydney, Australia. And I just kind of like lock eyes.
Yeah.
For a second, I'm like,
You got this. Yeah.
Going.
She just moved here from Sydney, Australia. Amazing. I love it. I will say that can also contribute to your partial success, is like a little bit of that kind of stumble. And it doesn't distract you too much. You're able to move on and carry on with the full first act. Onyx, you are seeing your friends Dustin and Cora and Steve and Josie and Vernon perform their little hearts out, and it's really quite surprising for you have an intimate knowledge of them in terms of like friendship, and this is like next to D&D, this is really kind of the only time you've ever seen them in this kind of performative space. Do you think that Onyx would be locked in, or how are you feeling after the day, essentially?
Yeah, I think Onyx is pretty locked in. At the beginning of the show, in the back of her head is like this kind of hyper awareness of the space around her with seeing her mom, but I think that kind of fades away as I'm like, having not seen a musical before, I think I would be, first of all, I'm confused. I'm like, everyone is like happy and singing, and this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
It's not the show that was explained to me. But also, just like following the language of musical theater for the first time, where I'm like, okay, yeah. Yeah, and I think I just would feel like really proud and like, full heart seeing my pals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alaska, like, is next to you, also kind of feeling the same way. Neither of you really expected to be so into it. And Alaska has seen shows before because, you know, she's been friends with Seth for a while. But she is like, you can see, you know, she's kind of just lost in this, having a good time. Y'all have been, you know, solving this mystery of your parents, and you just, you know, have been kind of struggling to get along this year. So it's really nice for you to have this moment to just kind of cool off with each other and hang out. And she like is grabbing your hand and like squeezing it at various parts through the show. Cody and Juno, absolutely enamored. Like, never before could they have ever imagined that something like this could exist. They've like watched television, but like the sights, the sounds, the lights, the song, the pit, like everything is just like so overstimulating that like Cody is just like mouth agape. And every so often like Juno will like cover her ears when like a big drum thing happens or something, but she's like into it and like freaking out. So they're having the time of their lives.
It's so incredible to describe like a high school play this way.
I mean,
like,
imagine like being
changing.
a high school like a child going to a play.
Yeah, oh, totally.
That's where we all started.
Yeah,
huh?
and I think it takes Onyx like back to kind of like a childlike self too.
Yeah, for sure. So the first act goes off without a hitch. The kind of ending cap of the last song of the act plays out. The curtain goes down and the lights come up in the audience. And Juno looks at Alaska and is like, "Oh, is it over?"
I look at Alaska too, and I'm like, "Is it over?
No. There's a whole other. This is just like the break. This is just the part that. Yeah. So no,
like
they're no. We're gonna come back. We're gonna see if they get together. There's like apparently a flying car. I don't know if Seth said they were gonna do that in the. Apparently, there's like a rumor that like they're dead the whole time, or like that's like, you know, I don't know. This is like I saw some Reddit theories. It was. I probably shouldn't have read it, but like. Reddit, you know.
I bet that is playing with that subtext.
Say that again.
I bet that Vernon is playing with that subtext.
Oh, I'm sure he probably asked for that ending specifically. You see, she like pulls out her phone, checks, puts it back in her pocket. Do you wanna like go get some, like a snack or something? Cody, Juno, do you guys want anything?
Yeah.
Cody and Juno are already back to the pit, like looking at the pit.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, let's go grab them a snack. I want to like kind of take a sweep of the space too. And I think that like we would go, you know, walk to get the concession stand or whatever, but I would be like surveying the room now. Seeing if there's any sign, looking in that row where I saw my mom specifically. And then I think I would like also like specifically go to the bathroom just to be like kind of like looking down hallways, like seeing if there's, you know, anything that feels abnormal in the space.
Okay. We'll come back to that. We will cut to the green room. You all come piling down to the green room. The energy is high. Intermission of your first production. Seth and Daniela are already down there because Seth isn't in the first act. And Daniela goes like straight to him and like lunges at him and like hugs him and is like, "Can you fucking believe this is our senior year? Like, my God." And he's like, I know, this is crazy. It sounds like it's going really well out there. Yeah, it's like I feel high, dude. Like, I don't get high, but I feel high.
Wow. Great job, everyone. Great job, everyone. I need to sit down and meditate. I go to the corner and I sit against the wall and close my eyes.
You hear Seth like scoff. And Daniela like nudges him and's like, stop it, leave him alone. And she'll go over to you, Vernon, and she'll sit next to you. Can I meditate with you?
Yes. It's not really meditating. I'm just taking a little breather.
Do you want to take a breather with me somewhere private?
Yep. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
And she goes, she like takes your hand and pulls you up and leads you to the women's dressing room side. No one's in there because everybody's out in the green room. You hear Seth try to get everybody to go, ooh, and it's only him doing it, which is really embarrassing. And she leads you like back through the women's dressing room, and then like there's like bathrooms like behind that can like lock. She leads you in there, and she pushes you in, and she like locks the door behind you.
Is this like a theater tradition?
I guess you could say that.
I love tradition. I kiss her.
She pushes you against the stall door and kisses you back.
Daniela, I need to confess something to you.
What?
I am not what you think.
What do you mean?
I just it's been eating at me. I have to admit it to you.
Doing this in intermission is crazy.
Wait. Okay, hang on. If you're gonna tell me something big and like life-altering, can you just wait until after the show?
Yeah, of course.
Because I have something I want to tell you too. But just for the rest of this night, can we just live in this?
Oh yeah, I think that's a good idea.
She'll kiss you again.
All right, yeah. I just make out with her for the rest of the intermission.
I'm gonna say you can go ahead and roll to turn her on. And you do have a string on her because of vampire. It's you that has the string on everybody because you're beautiful.
Let me go. I'm gonna pull up her portrait. I forget what she looks like.
Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh,
got it.
You had to see so that you could.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna turn her on.
You're like, am I into this or not?
Yeah. Do I really want to?
8.
8. Okay. So yeah, full. Is that without a string?
Yeah. I'm not gonna use a string.
You're not gonna use a string. So she is into you. And she is going to lean into you. And say, Vernon, I have to tell you something, actually, and I want to do it right now.
Okay, but that means I get to tell you my thing now too.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. We have 15 minutes?
I don't know how long these things are.
Okay. Do you want to tell me yours first?
I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you mine first.
Okay.
Unless yours is huge. And I'm just trying. No, sorry. I'm thinking too much into this.
So wait, I go first or you go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay. Maybe what if we did it at the same time?
Okay, yes, that's great.
Okay.
That's good. Okay.
Ready?
On the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
3.
I'm a vampire.
You feel a hot, burning pain in the center of your chest as a wooden stake is shoved into your heart.
Oh, she already knows I'm a vampire.
You look into the eyes of this girl that you have been kissing and feeding off of and being with for the past few weeks. And her face deadens. And she pushes you back. And you feel the heat spread through your limbs and your stomach and your arms. And you know that the end is coming for you. You take 4 harm as the only thing that can kill a vampire has been done to you, and she steps away from you as you feel your body collapsing and says, "The show must go on." And she turns around and she leaves you locked in the bathroom.
Interesting.
I'm gonna let you sit with that for a second. We're gonna cut back. The rest of you are in the green room, and the celebrations are high. And Josie, Steve, Cora, and Dustin, you all are sitting, I would imagine, like sitting on a couch. Like there's always like that one like sinky plushy couch that everybody congregates to, and I think you guys could say, if you would all sit together, that you have managed to commandeer that couch for this intermission. And Dustin is like excitedly reliving all of the first act already and is like, oh my god, and did you see when freaking Daniela and Vernon just like they hit that choreography, and it was like the audience was like freaking out. Like that was crazy. I love theater. Okay. Yeah. What's okay? Is everybody else excited? Cora's like, yeah, no, I'm excited. I thought that was all great.
This is fun.
Yeah. Steve, are you good?
Steve is just staring at a message on his phone.
Yeah.
And he like kind of like gets startled and like looks up, and as he does so he hits send. And the message is to Onyx, and it says, hey, hope you're enjoying the show. Make sure to stay after, because there's something I want to talk to you about. And he kind of like looks down at that. He's like, oh, Yeah, no, it's going great, except for when I fell on my face in front of everybody in the entire school. Other than that,
No, that was so funny though. It like
Eugene.
totally, yeah, it totally worked. Like it was like such an entrance.
yeah.
I think you're being too hard on yourself. Dustin like rubs your shoulder. Oh,
No, you killed it. You absolutely,
Sorry,
honestly,
yeah.
Dustin, I'm sorry to bring you down. You're really nailing it.
No, you're really nailing it too. Like, who cares? You fell, you tripped. Like, it was part of your character. It was funny. You worked with it. Like, that's genius.
Thanks.
You should do improv or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you'd be really good. When we do improv next year, like in drama, like you're gonna crush it.
Thanks, Dustin.
If you were to look at your phone again, you would see that the text hasn't delivered because my phone is just on airplane mode.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh God, awful.
Terrible.
Does anybody have anything that they want to accomplish before?
I'm gonna try to break out of this.
You're gonna try to break out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we notice that? Well, I mean, I guess we would.
So-
I would just think they were making it.
I have 4 harm.
Yeah,
does
which
that mean?
means you 4
never happened
harm
to me.
is the amount of harm you take before you die.
Oh, skirting death.
So
Angie.
I'm going to invite you to either
Either.
become your darkest
Or
self
become your darkest self.
or
Okay.
lose all the strings that you have on everybody.
Oh.
Which for a vampire,
Yikes! I'm not doing that.
That was decided very quickly.
Would rather die.
All right. I've never been my darkest self. I don't even know what it is, honestly.
so yeah, read us your darkest self, Vernon.
Okay. Everyone is your pawn, your plaything. You hurt them and make them vulnerable for sport, like a cat does with a mouse. Maybe you'll even drain them dry, though you'll certainly take your time first. You escape your darkest self when you're put in your rightful place by someone more powerful than you.
Oh shit! Where's Lily?
Okay. So
Her mother.
describe Vernon, what it looks like for you to come out of this situation. You have been pierced in the heart with a wooden stake, which is the way to kill a vampire. You have felt yourself inches from ceasing to exist after 84 years on this earth. And yet somehow
I'm probably laying on the ground, bleeding out with the stake. Eyes closed, completely unmoving for 30 seconds. Skin becomes kind of like grayish, turns like it's losing the color, the pigment. And then my eyes open wide, completely red.
oh boy.
Take the stake out of my stomach slowly, set it down, stand up, like take a deep breath, just kind of casually try to clean up myself as much as possible. I might do a quick costume change. And to everyone else, it seems like I look exactly the same.
You feel the feelings the same way that you felt when you were first turned. The smells, the looks, everything is intensified 100+%, and there is so much temptation in this room that you haven't felt for a long time. And you have trouble controlling yourself. You all see Vernon walk out from the bathroom by himself from the women's side. You didn't see Daniela re-enter, but you see Vernon.
I'm looking for Daniela. If I'm trying to find her.
I would say, yeah, you could smell her.
God, it's about time you're back.
Steve. Walk over to Steve. Hey, Steve.
What?
That fall you did at the start.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of goofy, but let's kind of cut that out for the second act here. How about that?
What?
Hey, Josie.
Yeah. Hey, bud.
I'm not trying to give you notes, but I keep seeing you looking out into the audience while you're saying your lines. So I just want you to be a little bit more in it this time.
I'll try. Hey, you okay?
I turn around.
Vernon, Cora is like, Vernon, what are you doing? Like,
I'm trying to have a good show, and I don't want people fucking it up.
She sees that your eyes are red, and she, for 1 second, looks at you to give you the opportunity to tell her specifically, as someone who understands you, what's going on.
I look her in the eye, like pointedly, and then walk past her to Daniela.
Lean over to Steven. Is this part of Greece?
No. This is not. This is, I guess, what happens when you get too big of a head.
Guys, something's happened to him. This is Cora saying this.
What do you mean?
He's not good. And Vernon, you walk to where you believe, I keep wanting to call her Cora. Daniela is where you think she is. And you smell her scent, and you follow kind of through the stage, like down similarly to where you go to make your first entrance, and you see her with Seth, and she is like, no, it's been taken care of. Yeah, no, they won't be able to find him. That we won't be able to do the show.
Sandy! Walk up. I right in front of Seth, I give her a big kiss.
She's like frozen.
Hey Seth, this is your big act. Got one big scene, don't fuck it up. Give him a playful punch to the shoulder. Oof, it's crazy. You weren't in the first act at all. I didn't even realize your part was that small.
He's like staring at Daniela, like frigid and like pale.
Should we do something?
I'm like pacing back and forth backstage.
Maybe he's like really high.
Vernon,
He does cocaine.
So do you.
Daniela looks at you, Vernon, and just goes, how?
I don't think we should worry about that. I think we should be focusing on the next act, because I think you and I, Daniela, are gonna kill at this act.
She takes off running down the stairs, back towards the green room.
I am going to use my inescapable vampire trait.
Oh!
What in the fuck?
I spin a string on them to demand that they remain in your presence.
Oh.
If they still walk out, I gain 2 strings on them, so they can't walk out.
Oh, shit.
So she... How does that look? What do you do to keep her?
I grab her shoulder. I physically stop her.
She... Okay. Go ahead. I know you're using inescapable, and you're spending a string, but she, for a particular reason, is going to really try to get away from you.
Okay.
So go ahead and lash out physically for that shoulder grab, and she's gonna make a competing.
Okay. Not
She
very
did
good
not
at
do
this.
well.
Fail 6.
She also got a 6. So she is going to turn around and scratch you across the face. Your face again starts to like burn a little bit where she scratched you, and you see that she has done her nails, and there's like a shimmery silver quality to them. This bitch came prepared in ways that you have not been paying attention to, and she scratches you, and she will lose. You will gain 2 strings on her as she runs as fast as she can in kind of like an inhuman way, away from you and like out into the school to like get far away from you. Do you pursue?
I don't pursue, but I do. All right, everyone. We need a new Sandy. Danielle doesn't have the heart. Cora, you've been promoted. You know the lines?
Cora like looks at you and is like, who's gonna be Rizzo? What is
I'll be Rizzo.
like, what is
I'll be
going
Rizzo.
on?
I'll be Rizzo.
I'll be
I'll be Rizzo.
Frenchie. No, just kidding.
Hannah comes through and is like, what is going on down here? What, like,
Daniela just quit the show, but
what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
she was the weak link anyway. I think we should get Cora in as Sandy, and Josie can play Rizzo.
Vernon,
and then...
what? We can't do that. What are you talking about?
Why are you making all these calls? I am the stage manager, and we have to stop and figure this out. I need to call Miss Townsend. I need to talk to her because we can't just in the middle of a show do a cast change.
I'll go get
You're not in
Daniela.
charge
I'll go get
here.
Daniela. Just we gotta keep the show going, and Steve's gonna run off track with Daniela.
You're the stage manager. Maybe you should be making decisions instead of deferring to someone else who isn't even here in this moment. How long until we go on stage? I think we need to figure out a decision now.
Okay, you're out of line, sir, and you need to sit down and let me do my job because you have been all over the place tonight. So just sit down.
What are you gonna do if I don't sit down? You gonna stop me performing? Did you see me in the first act?
Are you gonna perform alone? Are you gonna perform alone? She like looks at everybody else.
I'll perform alone. I think these people would love it.
Sit down, Vernon.
That video where Cher does all the parts of West Side Story.
I will walk backstage to my backstage starting position, ready to go on.
Okay.
I don't know how long.
Hannah addresses everybody else, including you, Steve, and Josie, and then Dustin and Cora.
I went off after Daniela.
Oh, you went after, for sure. So everybody who's still left, so Josie, Dustin, Cora. Cora kind of is eyes on you, Vernon. She kind of sees what's a little bit going on. But Hannah is like, all right, everybody, we're going to extend this intermission a little bit, so get comfortable, stay close. Where's Steve? Oh, fucking hell. What in the fuck is going? And she like runs back to like the booth, and it has her cell phone out, and it looks like she's calling Miss Townsend.
Oh no, not Bridget.
Onyx, we come back to you. You are out in the lobby, and you've been kind of sweeping as you've been getting snacks with Alaska, who is a little bit talking about her excitement for college. She got accepted to UCLA, which is pretty big, and she's freaking out a little bit about it because she doesn't want to leave you guys alone. So she's, kind of just brain dumping on you a little bit. And you said you were going to go to the bathroom and see.
I just want to check. I think I would like check. I think, I'm kind of sweeping the premises, but I think I would check both bathrooms. Like,
Okay.
I'd go into the women's bathroom, and then I would like wait and try to check that there's no men in the men's bathroom, and like go in there really quick and just be like, no one's like hiding out. I'm just kind of being a little paranoid.
Mm-hmm. You go into the women's bathroom. You do a quick check. There's just like one set of feet under the stall. And if you see like someone in there, do you wait to see if they come out?
I'll go into the stall next to them and be like, "Great show, huh?"
You hear like a sharp inhale, like a startled kind of like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Know anyone in the show?
Yeah.
Who?
Okay. I this is weird. I kind of have a crush on the guy who plays Kaneki.
Who's that?
Dustin.
Wait.
Wrong tree, babe.
I would be like, all of a sudden I'm taken out of it. I'm like, wait, do I know you?
Are you gonna look at Stop. Hey, whoa! Oh my god!
Sorry.
Stop! You freak! And you hear like, toilet flush, like running out. Didn't even wash their hands.
Do I see them? Who is it?
You don't recognize them. They're just like a student. You might have seen them in like one of your classes, but they're nobody like prolific.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't find anything in the bathroom. You said you checked both bathrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're heading towards the men's bathroom, you see what looks to be like a dark kind of like somebody has like just walked around the corner. And it's like a shadowy kind of like
figure.
The corner is not a place where people would normally go. It's like down like a secluded hallway, like behind like a storage, like towards a storage area.
I'm gonna follow that figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You follow the figure, and you walk down this hallway, and it's like illuminated by like, you know, like in schools when they like turn all the lights off in like long hallways, but there's like the generator lights, like those kind of like emergency lights. It's like very dimly lit by emergency lights. And at the end of the hallway, you see a black figure in the shape of a large dog with bright green eyes.
Oh my god. Mom.
The wolf sits at the end of the hallway when you say mom.
What the fuck are you doing here? What the... Also...
You hear the wolf whining.
Mom, what? I saw you as a... You've never been able to do that before. What is going on? Also, I haven't seen you for like months and months. What the fuck are you doing here?
You hear Alaska come up behind you. Where the fuck did you go?
Following our mom, who's here at school.
What are you talking about?
Down the hall.
Onyx,
I gesture.
Are you good?
Alaska, you don't see her? She's right there.
And you look and you don't see anything at the end of the hallway. Are you?
Alaska.
Alaska. What?
I know this sounds crazy, but you know crazier things have happened. You cannot dismiss like what. Please do not think I'm crazy. Like that. Mom was just in her wolf form. I mean, the only way we've ever known her.
And
At the
in
end of
the school? In the school. Do you hear yourself?
I know. Do I have any reason to lie to you right now, Alaska? I have a bad feeling. I don't know if we should go
Okay,
home.
okay, okay,
Go home?
okay. She like grabs your shoulders and she's like, do you want to go home? Do you really want to go home?
No, I want to fucking find out what happens in Act Two, but I I don't
Okay.
know.
No. Here, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Do you trust me?
If you trust me,
Okay, I do, and I think you are going through something, and if you're seeing Mom, I trust that you're seeing Mom, but also, like, I want to make sure you're good, and I want to take care of you, because I can't leave in good conscience knowing that this is how I'm leaving you. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back into the theater. I'm going to ask Josie's parents if they can bring Cody and Juno home, because I know they want to see the end of the show. And you and I are going to figure this out.
okay. Okay.
Stay right here. Do not move. I'll be right
Here?
back.
Okay.
I mean, where do you want to be somewhere else?
I don't know. I'm just like in this empty hallway alone. I just
Yeah.
feel
Cool.
vulnerable.
Good. You're not.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Stay. Okay. And then she will go back through. She's gone for about like 5 minutes. And comes back out. Okay. I think we should go to the woods.
Why? It seems like Mom is here.
I think we should go to the woods.
And do what, Alaska?
Find them for real. Together. Not just you. By yourself with your freaky little mortal friends, no offense. But
You're not all
you and
mortal.
me take this on. Once and for all.
Okay, I'm just afraid that like Mom is actually here and this is like some sort of trap. Like she wants us to be gone and they're gonna do something terrible to all of our friends once we leave.
Then we do what we need to do. We go down this hallway. We see if we can find her in the school. And when we can't find her in the school, we go to the woods.
Steve's gonna kill me for not seeing the second act.
It's okay. We can come back later this weekend. It's running all weekend. There are 2 other shows.
Yeah.
It's a freaking tour.
A really long run.
Yes, Jesus. I can't imagine doing this 3 times. So the 2 of you continue down the hallway. Josie, as you are sitting on the couch with Dustin and Cora looking very worried and kind of off into the direction where Vernon had gone to prove his point. Dustin looks at you and is like, hey, are you doing all right with all this?
I mean, that's a good question. Cora, what do you think is going on with Vernon? You seemed really worried.
You see Cora has kind of adopted a little bit of the same kind of energy as Vernon. Her eyes have gone a little bit red. She's like a little bit hunched over. She's breathing like really like articulately. And she kind of breaks out of it and looks and says, "Sorry, what did you say?"
I was saying you seemed worried about Vernon, like there's something actually wrong with him. That's not like his normal Vernon weird self.
Yeah,
or like
he feels like me. He feels new again. He feels something about him is triggered.
Do you think like he's safe?
I don't think so, because I'm struggling here. It's taken this whole process to like not be tempted, and sometimes I don't even trust myself, but this is like, I've never seen him like this.
Hmm.
I want to go talk to him, but I shouldn't I?
I mean, I could go with you if you want. Seems like nothing's going to happen here till everybody comes back.
You hear a voice in your head, Josie. Let her go. You don't need to help everyone. Would Vernon help you? Did Vernon help you when you were struggling? Did Cora help you when you were struggling?
I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay. Cora like gets up and kind of shakes off that and walks over to Vernon, leaving you and Dustin. Weird night.
You're telling me.
This is not how I thought the second act of Grease would go. Also, kind of fucked up that Daniela just like ran. Huh.
Yeah, what a bitch. Honestly, like we all worked really hard on this, and like now she thinks she can just like leave.
What do you think Vernon said to her?
Oh my god. Probably some like old slang that would get you canceled for saying it today.
Oh shit. Do you think he called her like something bad? I thought they were like together.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm just. It's so weird. Like he's been alive for so long, and we're like teenagers.
Yeah, I don't really know like the rules or like whatever, because like technically he's been around a while, but like biologically he's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try not to think about it too much. I don't find him attractive, so it's not going to be a danger for me.
Speaking of finding people attractive, like what's your like whole like game plan now?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, are you still into Steve? Are you like moved on?
Oh, he told you, didn't he? Did he tell you about?
I mean, almost immediately, but he wouldn't have had to.
Oh God.
But mostly, I mean, it was actually really sweet. He like felt really bad about it, and like
He did.
Yeah.
Does he ever talk about me or anything?
I mean, I don't want to give you the wrong idea. I think, and I'm going to hold your hand as I maybe hurt your feelings right now, but I think he's into somebody else.
Yeah. That makes sense. Wait. Who?
Okay, but like you can't tell anybody.
Okay.
I mean, like, it feels like it's obvious. Anybody who spent time around the two of them.
Ooh.
It's Onyx, duh.
and you see Dustin's face just fall. And I know that Zach knows why. But Dustin, like, you can see he's like fighting back tears. And he is like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. For sure. That's cool. Like, he deserves to be happy, and they're definitely, like, you know, best friends and stuff. So it's a big. I'll be right back. And he like stands up and like goes out the way that Steve ran for Daniela.
Okay. And I like sit on this couch now, basically alone in this like green room space, and I pull out a pack of cigarettes and just
in the green room.
Yeah, in the green room, and start smoking.
A person who you didn't really realize was sitting next to you, but must have been. You see a hand kind of like reach out and get like gesture as if to want a hit off the cigarette.
Yeah, without even like really looking, like I just like.
Yeah. You know, some things are better to do by yourself. Most things are better to do by yourself.
I mean, it helps to have like somebody who's got your back.
I've got your back.
I look over and already knowing like who it is.
Yeah. You see the face of this woman who has been slightly showing herself over the course of the last few weeks. This kind of matron of yours, this mother, this friend, this confidant, this provider. She has taken her hood off, and you see long flowing brown hair and a sweet, soft smile. And she takes a drag off the cigarette. I'd like you to notice that you are the only one who has maintained your composure through this whole awful ordeal. You are the most mature one here, Josie, and it's showing.
Sheesh. I like reach out and take the cigarette back and take a hit and just kind of like lay my head on her shoulder.
She like pats your shoulder. And the two of you pass the cigarette back and forth for a little bit, and she is like, I think that you would make an excellent Sandy.
I mean, it seems like there's an opening.
Should Daniela not come back, I could ensure.
I mean, need some help practicing my lines.
Oh, I could make sure that you are exactly where you need to be.
Hell yeah.
But I will need something in return. I can only work for so long on favors.
I mean, what do you have in mind?
I just need one little soul.
We're jumping right to souls?
Well, there's not a lot that really works in this line, I've learned. I could go back to the powers that be and ask if there's a better starting point, but from what I've heard, power for a soul.
My soul?
And it doesn't have to be. Oh no, I already have your soul. But if you want to keep getting from me, you need to pay. Think about it. In the case that Daniela doesn't come back.
I mean, maybe my friends can help me out more than I thought. I look at the pack of cigarettes and shake the partially empty container.
Do it yourself. And she
But that was heavily
disappears.
coated. As in getting them hooked is what my intention was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Getting them hooked on cigarettes.
On the proverbial cigarettes. The metaphysical cigarettes that I've been smoking. Did you not understand the subtext that I've been laying this whole time, Angie? Every time I've gotten a favor from Mother smoking a cigarette? Angie
takes the cigarette from you and she takes a long drag and she says, "That's my girl."
There we go.
I got it as soon as you explained that it wasn't, to be fair.
Sure.
I am paying attention to you.
I know you do.
Yeah. So you two continue to smoke on the couch and no one really, you get the sense that no one sees what you see. How could they? They're all ignorant.
Fucking losers.
What fucking losers. Steve, you are running down this hallway chasing Daniela. You don't know where she went or how far she got before you started after her. You twist down the hallways, you wind through corridors, you go up to the second floor, down to the first floor, all around this school. And you can't seem to get a sense of where she went.
Fuck. I look around and make sure that no one's around, and I fly through the floors up to the roof to see if I can get a bird's eye view, see if she's around.
Easily enough you can do that, especially since you're now kind of in a secluded area. You go ahead and actually, oh god, sorry, I lost my reference sheet. Onyx, Alaska comes back and the two of you leave the school.
Yes.
Can you turn on command? Or do you have to be pushed to your darkest self?
Yeah.
I think it's darkest self, if I can remember. But I want to make sure that a level up has not.
Oh, well, I don't know that we've ever, established that. My darkest self is turning into my wolf self and losing control, but I've never turned into wolf self by will.
Okay. So I would say then you and Alaska barrel towards the car that she drove you guys in. Oh no, she borrowed Seth's car. Do you guys have a car? No. You guys don't have a car.
No.
She borrowed Seth's car. You guys barrel towards...
hijacked Seth's car.
I would say you go on foot. I would say, you two are fast enough, even not in your wolf form, that you barrel towards, the hallway. and like see everything that you need to see. You don't see your mom. You don't see where she could have gone. There's no wolf in this building because people would be freaking out if they saw a wolf. So I think you confidently can decide that you don't think she's in the school, and you make your way at Alaska's urging to the woods. Running through this parking lot. Around the same time, Steve, you get up to the roof and you see Onyx and Alaska barreling towards, like, away from the school, essentially.
What? I think I would try to call Onyx, and then it doesn't go through because she hasn't remembered to turn her phone back off airplane mode. I'm like, fuck. That fucking sucks.
Stupid.
Oh, Alaska.
And then, yeah, I mean, I guess, just make my way. There's nothing more for me to do. I guess I would just make my way back to the theater while still looking for Daniela, but not. I don't have a token of hers, so I can't do anything.
Of Daniela's?
Yeah.
I would say if you wanted to, like, in the weeks that you guys have been, like,
especially because I knew she was
rehearsing,
like, around Vernon.
Yeah, if she's been like around you guys a little bit more, and you know that she's getting closer to Vernon, I would say that it's easily enough the feral choices that you could have snagged something.
Well, then in that case, I'm like angrily turn away from Onyx, and I like sit cross-legged on the roof, and my skin gets pale, and my eyes go black, and my veins darken as I attempt to hex Daniela, specifically the watching hex, so that I can see the world through her eyes.
Okay.
So that'll be this plus 1. There we go. Hey, work. Thank you. Oh, even with a plus 1, that's a fail.
Is a fail.
However,
what happens on a fail?
I just leveled up.
Oh, hell yeah!
Nice.
Yay! Is a fail just a fail?
The fail it doesn't even say really. It just says that it's like it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah, the stress of this show going like so well, the intermission, all of the stuff that's gone on, Vernon being weird, you running after, seeing Onyx, not being able to reach her, knowing that she won't be there. You were gonna like tell her. All of that is playing in your head as you sit down to try to find Daniela, and you just cannot focus.
Oh wait, I will say, sorry, just I rolled with cold, and hex it says actually to roll a dark, which I do have a 2 instead of a 1, which would have made it a 7.
Oh, okay. Which is a partial?
Which is a partial, and what it says is it either does me 1 harm, it has weird side effects, or it triggers my darkest self.
But you do get through? But
it does work. Or unless I choose the option that it has weird side effects. Which, just because I don't know what you have planned story-wise, I will choose that one. So that
weird side effects?
Yeah, so that you can choose what you want to choose to happen here.
Wait, okay, so you're using the hex.
I am using the hex. It's watch. So I haven't leveled up actually. I take that away. It says I can see the world through their eyes. I can feel their reactions and impressions to what they're seeing. And it says on a 7 to 9 that it works, but I choose one. It either does me harm, the hex has weird side effects, or it triggers your darkest self. So I guess I'll let you choose between those 3. It can either do me harm, trigger my darkest self, or it can have weird side effects. But it does
How many
work.
darkest selves are going to happen tonight?
I know, right? Sorry, I threw a wrench.
No, this is great. I had so many wrenches on the table, you just picked one up. You sit on this roof, and you're using watching.
Yeah.
You sit on this roof, and you feel everything that I just said. The stress of the show, the hardship you're putting on yourself for having, beefed it right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The altercation between Seth and Vernon, the altercation now between Daniela and Vernon, Daniela running away, you running, all of that, playing back in your head, and you are focusing and you're concentrating, and it's like a restless sleep. When you slept because you dreamt, but there is no relief in it, and you feel, as you drift off, this consciousness that's not your own come to you, and you see figures. They're blurry, but there's two of them, and you don't recognize them, but they have like very affected clothing, very like breeches and tunics and like affectations, like ornate vests. One of them looks like they're wearing some sort of cap, and because you can only really feel the reactions or the impressions, you feel this kind of sense of dread as you're looking at them. You feel this sense of a shame fall over you. You feel kind of this disappointment in yourself, this very hearty disappointment. And you don't really know, based on what you're seeing, what the context is, but it feels as though you are being scolded by your parents. It feels like you are being, you did something bad and now you're being punished, is the kind of vibe that you get.
Do I notice a location at all?
I would say like you're in some sort of like living room esque. It's not a typical modern living room. It feels a little bit more like that you don't really see a TV, you don't really see a lot of like modern decorations. You see like armchairs and like a sofa and tables and like wooden accents and things. But I would say, with the dice that you rolled, that's what you would get. And I would say the stress of that is that the hex does have weird side effects. And in the way that you haven't really gotten stuck before, you get stuck a little bit in this kind of witched out phase, and your eyes stay a little black and the veins around them continue to be a little darkened, and you see like it's almost like you have mascara running down. You stay pale and clammy, and you're kind of stuck in this like very non-Eugene, very non, like you could not get away with this.
I like to think that this has happened to Steve before, and then in the various time jumps that we've done, the hex has had this kind of weird side effect. So I think he just like, oh, fuck, and then he pulls out these big sunglasses that he always wears. He's like, fuck.
Do you go back down to...
Yeah, I think he's gonna go try to find Vernon and Josie and tell them that she ran off and joined a production of Newsies. Just kidding. I wouldn't say that. No, but I do.
I
I
feel
do want
like-
to go find them though.
Yeah, Josie, you find sitting on the couch,
Talking
and
to
she's
myself.
just like holding a cigarette out.
What the fuck, Josie? Josie, what are you doing?
You want some?
No. What? Daniela's not coming back. I don't know. She is.
So you're gonna
Amish.
be Frenchie?
She's Amish now. I'm not gonna.
What?
No, she's with this. She's with. I think she went home and maybe she's Protestant. I don't know, but I just know that she's not here.
Okay.
Vernon, where's Vernon?
He went that way. Cora went with them, or went after him, I guess.
I don't know if we're doing the show anymore.
Hey, man, I don't know either.
It's been. I mean, this
The way
intermission's
this
gone on for
intermission-
30 minutes.
Yeah. Audience hitting.
I mean,
rest
really,
mode.
it's only been like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So,
need to
like,
go-
feasibly, you're
Just
still.
picturing like this, like ding
Onyx
ding ding ding
in
ding, like
Alaska.
anxiety tone, like back,
Yeah.
like theme that's like.
Onyx and Alaska ran off into the woods.
Are they okay?
I don't know. I tried calling. Oh fuck! And I get on my phone. I tried calling Alaska.
You call Alaska. I would say like she probably doesn't answer, but it does go through to like a voicemail, so she doesn't have her phone on airplane.
I hang up. I call again.
I mean, she's running.
No, I know she probably doesn't notice, but
Yeah.
that's just what she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like, fuck,
she.
she's not answering.
Yeah.
Do we have to go after them,
Mm,
or do we do this show?
I like go over to the curtain, like peek through.
What if Onyx is in trouble?
I feel like if she was in trouble, she would have let us know.
No, she wouldn't have. Not if she thought she was in real trouble, and not if it was with her parents. Fuck. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I should just trust that Onyx would tell us if she needed us. Why is Daniela at Connor Prairie?
We cut to
The Apple store
Vernon.
at Connor Prairie.
the Apple store at Connor Prairie. She's at the orchard. She's going on the riverboat.
I was just trying to think of as many references as I could make.
Connor Prairie.
That's insane that I know what Connor Prairie is.
I know you do, and I know why. Vernon, you are waiting in the wings, eyes red, chest pulsing from the stake that was driven into you moments before. You are thirsty, you are ravenous, and you are proud. And Cora makes her way to you, kind of timidly. And you know and can read that she knows exactly what's going on.
Mm.
Vernon?
Yes.
What happened?
She ran away.
And why did she run away?
Maybe she doesn't like me. I don't know.
Well, you're being
Hey.
kind of unlikable right now.
Have you seen your brother? I need to talk to him.
I don't think that is a good idea.
Why not?
Vernon, you're starving. Something happened. Will you just tell me what happened?
Hey, Cora. You don't get to tell me anything about being a vampire. I brush past her. I'm trying to
She
find
will
stuff.
grab your wrist
Yep.
Yes.
and
Um,
she will pull you, and she's gonna roll to lash out physically.
Mm.
If you want to, you can try to contest. If you would like to, try to
What
9.
Absorb
hurts
it.
the
You got a 9.
most?
She has a character sheet, unlike Seth. And she rolls to lash out physically with volatile. And she has a -1 to volatile, so, 'cause she's a little baby.
Same girl.
So she got a 10.
Baby.
Oh, okay.
She's a baby.
So she got a 10, so she bests you.
Oh.
And she yanks your wrist down and she brings your face to her. And she says, "Fuck you, Vernon."
Would that count as Vernon being put in his place by someone more powerful than him?
Oh. If that's
Cora
the case,
more powerful than me?
if that's the case, well, you just said you don't get to tell me anything about being a vampire. She is a vampire and she is tired of disrespecting you, so she's going to yank you down and she says, "I am tired of this disrespect. I am one of you and I am family. So fucking cut it out and come back to us and stop this little show that you're putting on."
Hey
No,
guys,
don't stop the show.
Daniela's joining a Civil War reenactment, I think. I don't know, but she's gone.
What happened?
She left.
Vernon, what happened?
Oh, you guys having like a...
No.
Thieves, stay here. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
And you would feel, Vernon.
I really shouldn't have fallen, it's fine.
You would feel that, I won't say all the way, but you feel that tension and that thirst start to dissipate as Cora, who you do recognize, scentless and unobtrusive to your well-being, is bringing you back down and like to a humble place.
I close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, and I show them my wound, my stake wound.
Oh my god! Oh!
Stop, sit down.
I would say it kind of at this point, since you came back, I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like it's less bloody now that you cleaned yourself up, and it kind of just looks like, you know, when a cinder block gets kind of like caved in.
Oh!
It's like a little bit like that. So it's not so fleshy and it's not so like wound.
Yes.
It's like more of
Got
like a brick got like cracked.
She was a vampire hunter, it turns out. I think.
A vampire hunter?
What?
Yeah. I really thought we had chemistry. I thought the first act went well.
Wait.
Are you joking? Is this a joke?
Yeah, is this...
Have I ever once said a joke to either of you?
I don't know.
Well, you won't know now because I'm telling you.
And
the
you
truth.
said that she was talking to Seth?
Yeah. Have you been keeping eyes on your brother? That's why I want to go see him.
No, I don't give a fuck about him, but now I guess I'm gonna have to. But like, do you think he's...
She was talking to these, like, I don't know, like Oliver Twist looking motherfuckers.
That sounds like vampire hunters to me.
Oh my god.
Would you have told Cora about your parents, Vernon? Do you think, or Lilith? Would Lilith have told?
I don't think Vernon would have, but probably
Yeah.
Lilith.
I think that if you haven't told Cora holds your hand, Vernon, grabs your hand, and is like, "We have to find Lilith. If they're hunting us, we have to find Lilith."
Have you run into these people before? Steve describes who he saw.
Do I recognize that?
You would know that, at least from what you recall. Remind me, did you see your parents get hunted?
Great question.
I feel like you did.
Well, this is some casual lore drop.
Yeah.
I'm looking back at my notes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you would, the way that Steve is describing what he's seeing, you know that because of the public nature of life these days, vampire hunters are getting increasingly better at like integrating into society, but you do know that like the bosses, like the like hunt leaders, are still very much like in the old ways, and like a lot of the things, like obviously having a stake and like that kind of thing are part of the situation, but like you would not be surprised if they had recruited young people to act on their behalf in order to get to young people.
Honestly, it was very much giving M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's not good.
Except without the like, robes and colors and stuff. But like, you know what I'm saying? The vibe of the clothes.
Yeah.
I've given you a lot of references.
Yeah. I think I'm close to understanding it fully. Is there one more reference that might put me over the edge?
Like Tiny Tim's family in A Christmas Carol.
Vampire hunters. We have to go warn Lilith.
Yeah, and Cora will start.
What are we gonna do about the show,
taking
guys?
off.
I walk on stage.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
Feral! Okay, what do you do?
I go out. Ladies and gentlemen.
We go. Oh.
I look over at Josie. You can come on stage if you want. I was just saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Hannah is like in the background going, no, God, boy.
Unfortunately, we had a sickness in the cast, and for not just our safety but your safety, we have decided to stop the show here. But
you hear like, oh, throughout like the whole.
Yes, I'm looking directly at Rachel. You will all be given full refunds and a comped ticket.
I think you meant Hannah.
Oh, sorry, Hannah.
Oh, at Hannah. Okay.
Not Rachel,
I was like,
Hannah.
who's Rachel? Let's make her up.
On Hannah.
Who I also called Beth.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's fine.
You all be getting comp tickets for the next show because, as they say, the show must go on. And I can tell you,
But the show's not
that
going on.
this show, when we come back tomorrow night, will be the greatest show that this school has ever put on.
Starring Josie Betteker as Sandy.
No way! And then like the lights shut off and all the mics get cut and the curtain drops. Hannah comes storming out to like give you guys the old what for. We cut to Onyx and Alaska. You make it to the edge of the woods. The same woods that you know your parents to frequent. And Alaska is like breathing heavy next to you, and she's like, okay, so what's the plan?
You're the one who told us to come out here.
Yeah, but like, do you I want to make sure that you feel like you're the one that is seeing things. You're the one that's thought you saw Mom. You're the one that like saw her in wolf form. Like what do you want to do? I'll do whatever you want to do, but if you want me to take the lead on this, like, we'll find them.
I mean, I'm fucking pissed. Like, they literally abandoned us. We haven't seen them for months. We're raising their children. They like are up to God knows what suspicious stuff that's happening. That's happened to. I like think I would have kind of a jolt to the moment where I'm like stuff has happened to our friends in the woods, but it hasn't in this timeline. So I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know. There's something going on. I don't know I don't know. All I know is like things used to be different, and some mother changed things, and now my mother is showing up, and I don't know. And I think I want to use my heightened senses move.
Okay.
Where I can ask you some questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Using my
this.
animal instincts.
Okay.
I'm just like, it's the first time I've been back in the woods in a while, and I'm like,
yeah, you've gotten
like,
comfy in an apartment.
yeah, but all of a sudden, like, all of my hackles are up, like, like, I just feel really like paranoid, especially the fact that I'm seeing something that Alaska isn't, because I think it's always just felt like her and I together.
Yeah.
Also, my newest move that I haven't used yet when I got experience or when I leveled up last time was Follow the Moon, which means I get to act as if I am Dark 3 when I'm in the moonlight.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you're definitely in the moonlight. So I would say yeah, Dark 3, and then if you want to do heightened senses for sure.
Okay. Wait, would I just roll with dark and then add 3 as a modifier?
Yeah, yeah. So instead of your usual, holy shit, yeah, catch a vibe. What do you want to know? Ask me literally on that amount, and with the use of thing, I would say you can do 1 forward and ask me 2 questions if you want.
I need to ask you 3 questions on a 10.
3 questions. Yes. 3 and then 1 forward. Okay, so don't ask me.
Do I have to ask you from this list, or can I get to ask?
It does say ask 3 questions from below.
Okay. So I think I'll ask, who's in control here? What poses the biggest threat to me? Honestly, the last 3. What's their secret weakness?
When you say they, who do you mean?
Oh, maybe answer the first questions first. Who's in control here? And then I'll see what I can ask.
You stand at the edge of this woods and you take a big, deep breath in. And like kind of let everything wash over you. And you feel the scent of this like kind of spring, like pre-summer, late May earth in the Pacific Northwest. This dampness kind of engulf you. And you open your eyes and you see the same like angle that you have been seeing in your dream of your view of this mausoleum, of the cemetery, and you seeing your family. And for a brief moment you see a hooded figure kind of formed out of the shadows of the lighting around the mausoleum. And the answer to that question is Mother.
Okay, great. Glad to have it confirmed. So I see like Mother in kind of like hooded form around the mausoleum.
Mm-hmm. And it's a vision. It's not so much that she is there. But you just see of her.
I think I would be like, Alaska, can you see that? Just because I'm like really paranoid. Did you see?
Is it Mom?
Oh no, it's Mother. It's not our Mother. I think I would like blink and it would go away, and I'd be like, I think she's been behind all of this. And then I think actually my next question is going to be, this first question, where's my way in? What's my way in? Like, how do I, like, I mean, I truly came to the woods because Alaska was like, that's where we need to go. a lot of times that I search for them in the woods. So like whether it's them or some other dark energy, like you know, yeah.
At the moment that you think this question, you hear Alaska say, I think we just have to go. I think we just have to go in.
I think I would like silently nod and start like kind of jogging as I ask the third question, which is, yeah, I think what's their secret weakness? And I'm trying to decide if I want to ask this about, I think I'll ask it about mother at this point. I kind of feel like my parents are pawns of hers. She's, yeah. So kind of moving into the woods, trying to figure out if there's a weak spot in whatever power exists here.
As you're running, you feel this freedom that you haven't felt in a long time. Like, there is a reason that you all lived in the woods the way you did for so long, is that it feels good out here. It feels like you have space and freedom and room, and no one's bearing down on you or telling you to act a different way or telling you to watch yourself or mind yourself. And you pop this question into your head of like, you remember Jack and Penny telling you the way to end the curse is to end the curse giver. And you're, fluxed with this fact that if you end this curse, you may end this part of you that you have come to love and you have come to embrace. And what does it mean to need that? And what does that mean to want that? What is the difference? Do you need this curse or do you want this curse? Who are you with it and who are you without it? And where is it intertwined with you and where is it free of you? How much of you are you without this? And as you're kind of like asking these questions and pondering it over, this thing comes to mind of you have been chasing something. You have been chasing this. You've been chasing answers. And what if Mother's biggest weakness is that she needs to be wanted? She needs to be needed. And as you are coming to a stop in the middle of this woods, you are brought to a complete halt by a blonde figure in the middle of the forest. Bright green eyes, bare feet, kind of loose fitting clothing. And you see the face of this woman. that you've been seeing. You see the face of your mother. And Alaska stops dead in her tracks and grabs your hand and says, "Holy shit."
He's here now?
Holy shit.
Yeah. What do you want?
She smiles softly at you. And then from a little ways behind her, behind a tree, you see a man walk up. And you see the face that you saw in the picture at your parents' apartment. You see your father. Alaska, like, grabs your hand harder, and you can feel that she's shaking. And your mother is, like, weeping now. Like a soft, gentle, kind weep. And your father comes and grabs her hand. And she looks at you both. And she says, "I think we'd just like to talk. While we have the time."
I think Onyx, like, feels like a lot of anger building inside of her. Like, not only has she kind of had this answer to the question about like needing or wanting this mother figure, like being dangerous, kind of, or the thing that feeds her, but also like she has been abandoned by these I was gonna say people. She was abandoned by what she knew of them, which was wolves. and and yeah, she's like, I mean, I think I would like just stand my ground. I think Alaska and I are probably grasping hands, and I'd be like, what do you have to talk to us about? This isn't even the you that I know.
In the same kind of mirrored way that you and Alaska are holding hands, your father and your mother are holding hands. And your father kind of steps forward a little bit and says, "We know that you might be mad at us, that you might be angry with us. But please, give us a chance. We don't have much time."
Don't come any closer to me.
Okay.
If you want to say something, say it right here and now. I don't. Being mad at you doesn't even begin to describe it. I exist totally apart from you.
Your mother starts to sob.
What do you want to say? We have so little time. What do you want to say?
She starts to run at you. Not in a violent way, but in a desperate way. And she throws her arms around you and hugs you.
My God.
And you hear in your ear where she's like, because she's like holding you, you hear where she is in your ear. And she says, "Give me a chance to tell you everything." And that's where we'll end tonight's session of Monsterhearts Sophomore Year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not the production of Grease that I know you were all hoping for. We only got halfway
the one
through,
we deserve.
but the one we deserved.
Definitely the one we deserved.
So we have one more episode of sophomore year
Wow.
to see where this goes and wrap up and see what exactly is going to go down. So join us in 2 Thursdays for that. While you're waiting, we've got plenty of content to tide you over. So join us for all of that. Join us on the Discord if you liked what you saw and you wanted to hang out with us a little bit more. We have pictures of pets. We have art. We have sanctioned one-shots in the chat. We could do anything. So join us there. Zach will drop that link because he knows how to do that, and I certainly do not. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for the last 3 feral hours. Thank you so much to these players, very brave, for letting me throw them around and put voices in their head and pierce them in the chest with stakes. That's all we got for you. We love you very much, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.